So I want to ask a question. This is largely to developers. So we are talking about AI writes code. What do developers do next? But before I share with you the idea, I want to ask, what has been the major difference in your experience as developers between the past, say, 3-4 months and before that? I would actually like to get responses from the developers in the room. Give me the things that is different between the past 3-4 months and the months before that. Victory, Nobong, any one of you can speak. That's major difference in your career, things you've noticed that has really, really changed. Victory, can you hear me?
Sorry, I was talking. Yeah, I said everything has gone 2x or 3x now, so it's faster.
Okay, awesome. Enobong, anything you'd like to share?
All right, so like Mr. Victor had already said, everything is now faster, which now leaves me sometimes thinking, okay, so if this is what I was supposed to do and AI is helping me do it, what should I do now? What it makes me feel a little bit idle when working on a project.
Okay. Yeah. That's the truth. Within the past few months, we've been able to achieve a lot more than we had been achieving before. It's both a good thing and slightly not very good, because it has not enabled many people to be able to do the things that we as developers do. So the reason why this was not a meeting that I just made open is because the things that I'll be discussing here, they're not necessarily what developers like to hear. And I needed it to be so that it will be people who really feel that there is value that they're coming to get, that they're the ones that will hear these things I want to say. Maybe some people thought I was coming to tell them how to start using AI to code. No, that's not what I want to tell anybody. That is forgotten news. Everybody already knows that. Plus, we did a session about that some time ago. And I'm sure that there were many people who, it was after that session that they really decided to go to start using AI to code, because they felt, before then, people felt AI is not really doing a good job. But I was able to prove that there are a lot of things in production now that you think were built by persons, but was done purely with artificial intelligence. Now, here are a few other things that have actually changed within the past few months. And I'm saying this from the point of an employer, because part of what I do is to employ particularly developers. All the people who used to code for me are now on contract. Those who used to be on salary are now on contract. And it was very, very painful to do that, because these are people who had served, people who have been the backbone of many of the projects we had done. But we got to a point where if we had kept on paying that salary, we wouldn't be able to even keep up. Number one, we wouldn't keep up as a company. And it was obvious that the company could survive without having to pay salaries, particularly to developers. And the reason why it happened like that to developers was because developers was like major people were paying. For instance, we don't have more than one accountant. We just have one. We don't have more than one. I don't have more than one executive assistant, just one. But developers, we had multiple of them. But as time went on, we realized that the main thing was not telling developers to, hey, stay when there's project, we will let you know. It was that there was something we were looking for in developers that we were not getting. And this is not just me saying this. I have talked with a lot of other people who are in my shoes, people who employ developers, who contract developers, because artificial intelligence is now a cardinal part of what is used. Employers are looking for people who have something else other than just being able to use AI to code. And I'll talk about that. As an organization, I would say that since we got into this year, since we entered 2026, it's only old projects that we have used developers to build. New projects, we did not use developers. And the reason is simple. It's faster, it's more efficient, you are able to debug faster, and the client is happier. As much as it is paining me to be saying these things, it is the reality in almost everywhere. My younger brother, you guys may even know him. He has worked with many, many, many foreign companies. Just last month, he also lost his job. He doesn't work with Nigerian companies. He's a big boy. He is paid $2,500 upwards. And he said that the company said that they are not making profit. That is why they told them to go. But between you and I, we know what really, really, really happened. Now, this is somebody who has been living a big boy life for so long. It's not now. But at this point, he has also lost the current job that he's doing. This confirms that it's not a Nigerian problem. And it is not a problem that is only applicable to people who are collecting small money. Even the people collecting big money are also being fired. The Google, the Amazon, all of them. As a matter of fact, AWS has special services created that helped them. The people in AWS built it and got fired after it was created. So it's a generally known thing now. But even with all of this, do you know that these companies are still employing people? That is the crazy part of things. These companies let go of many staff, much of their staff, a lot, particularly developers. But there are a certain kind of people they are employing. So who are these kinds of people? It will shock you to know that even me, I have employed people that are in the development division of my company. So when I say I have employed people, I didn't mean I employed accountant or I employed graphic designer. I employed somebody who builds. So what is it that I am looking for? What is it that developers, that employers in tech consulting firms, in software companies, what is it? What are they really looking for? That is part of what we want to discuss here. Okay. I want to show you something. Let me show you. Do I get to this now? Okay, that is it. Got it. Okay. So this is a diagram that shows 3 layers. So we obviously know, I'm sure we've encountered this before, where there is, in society, there is upper class, there's middle class, there's lower class. And there was a time when the upper class is made up of maybe politicians, people working in oil companies, people who have really, 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 really global businesses. Then the middle class, civil servants, people who are maybe managers at their place of work. Those were the middle class. People who have conquered food is not their problem. That's middle class. They may not be able to travel by air every time they want. They still have to plan it. But at least they always have food in their house because they have a regular source of income that they have budgeted properly, and monies can go into the places that monies need to go to. That's middle class. Upper class, they can do and undo. They can fly their family, they can go on vacation. Middle class, if they go on vacation, maybe they've planned it for like 3 or 4 years. And they can go on one vacation, then lie low for some time, gather the money again, then go on vacation. Then lower class are people who have not finished eating. People that occasionally they go broke. That's lower class citizens. Now, the thing that will determine where you are right now is different from what used to determine which citizen you are, which class you are before now. Before, if you have a really, really big business, you're in upper class. Once you are a civil servant, before now, you will find yourself in the middle class. Lower class is for people that are hustling, the hustlers. But right now, you will not even have a class at all, per se, if you have not found a way to infuse artificial intelligence into what you do. And the fact about it is, maybe there are still some sectors that AI has not really infiltrated properly, but it's just a matter of months. Now, the upper class right now, but let me start from the lower class. Lower class are those people who still do things traditionally. Those who think that AI, I'm not an AI person. Just watch it in the next few months, irrespective of the sector that they are at. Whether they're into transportation, whether they're into farming, but they have decided that they will not use artificial intelligence at all, or they just use it very, very minimally. Eventually, they will gradually find themselves in the lower class. It will happen. Even if they don't realize it, they'll just realize that everything has moved and they did not even know. Then, those who are going to be in the middle class, those who are okay. Of course, civil servants are not okay in Nigeria again. That confirms to you that the metric for what determines your class in the society has changed. Before, if you're a civil servant, you are in middle class. Right now, civil servants are in the lower class. They are in the lower class because they never chop finish. So now, with the new things going on, being in the middle class will depend on you being able to use artificial intelligence properly. Meaning, if you're a developer, you have infused AI into all your workflows. If you're an accountant, you've infused AI into all your workflows. If you are, whatever it is you do, even if it's agriculture you do, find how machine learning, artificial intelligence can make you much more efficient. I will show you how businesses I do that are not tech related, I have had to find ways to infuse artificial intelligence because I know that if I am doing that same thing and someone else with artificial intelligence comes, I am not using artificial intelligence, that person will do better than me. I will explain to you the kind of industry that I'm talking about. That is a hands-on industry, is brick and mortar, is not tech. They don't use computer there. But I ensured that I found ways to use artificial intelligence in that industry. Later on, I'll tell you which industry that is. That's what puts you in the middle class. Meaning, if I give you a task and you can efficiently use artificial intelligence to execute it, you have a very high chance of falling into the middle class. Meaning, you'll be okay. You will see food chop. You'll be able to travel. You will just be okay. You can't do extraordinary things with money because that's all you'll be able to do, really. Then, those who will really have money those who really have finances, they are the people who have mastered problem identification and solving and know how to build a business out of problems using artificial intelligence. There is no way you want to do it. Any problem you want to solve now, you've not found a way that artificial intelligence helps you solve that problem. You have not solved the problem yet. We're building an accounting software for somebody. And after everything, we now looked, there is no way AI has entered this thing. So what are we even building? We had to find ways to put AI to make it very easy to use, such that the amount of database we're even using was reduced, because artificial intelligence does much of the computation for us. Let me explain the people who be in the upper class. There are people who go around looking for problems, literally looking for problems. Not necessarily because they know exactly how AI will solve the problem, but they know how to build systems that involve both human beings and artificial intelligence to solve that problem. If you find a problem and you can conceptualize a solution, you will give it to somebody in the middle class who knows how to use AI properly. That person, you give it to him as a task. He will execute it seamlessly, speedily, because it's his area. That's what he knows how to do in his field. He will execute it and give you. Then you will use that solution he has given you to make the money. Those are the people that will thrive in this era. And you will notice that people in the upper class, they may be developers, they may have technology skills, they may know tech, but to be in the upper class is not totally dependent on how much tech you know or how much AI you know. It's dependent on your problem-solving skills. Now, let me show you how true this is. I gave somebody an AI tool that can build applications, that with 3 prompts, you can build a really, really robust platform. I funded it and gave it to him. Do you know that this guy still could not build anything reasonable? He finished all the funds in it and was asking for more. And in my head, I was wondering, what exactly is going on? Of course, I could see the trace of all the prompts he used. And I was wondering, what is this guy doing? Does he even understand what problem we are trying to solve? Now, I felt, okay, maybe it's just me that's overthinking it. I now got into the space. I go to events. I meet top people who are doing really, really big things. And we got talking. And this person said he gave his, I think it's project manager or somebody. I can't recall exactly, but somebody who was still on his team, he gave them $300 in an AI tool. 2 guys, CPRD, build this thing. A client needs it. They finished $300 and it was not ready. Do you know how much you can get out of $300 if you are building with AI? Those of us who have built stuff with AI and are even building it with the free version of those things, you probably even know, you have an idea. Imagine you had $300, you had the PRD as a document, and yet you could not bring out a complete solution. For me, this just confirmed to me that, so the problem is the person. It's not that there are no tools. It's not that people don't know tech. It is that the person has not been able to carry something from being a problem and turn generate a solution out of the problem. Some people don't even understand how problems work. If you explain a problem to them and you give them a solution, they can't even tie how this solution meets this problem. I didn't know that this was a serious issue until recently, when I realized that you give people tools, just prompt, and they still cannot prompt. They're just talking, just saying abstract things. Now, I am saying this to say that there is a special kind of people who software companies are looking for. And these people are people who know how to solve problems. I would rather take someone who knows how to solve a problem than someone who is a developer today. And that person can lead the development team. This means that software development has become very easy. It has become very cheap. It has become something that most people have access to. But what is difficult is being able to convert this problem and turn it into a solution, even when you have the tools. It will shock you to know that even developers, many developers still cannot do this. Now, I am talking passionately like this because it was very painful when I had to let go of my developers. It was very painful. You guys don't know how much pain I felt. There was a period I was just shouting it all over. Guys, coding is not that special again. Coding is not that special. I was shouting it. At the point I was not telling myself, wait, why are you shouting it? Don't they already know? Just keep quiet your thing now. But I now thought, there are people who are close to me. And some of those people, I went into their DM when I was going to have this session. You need to take this. You need to be in this session. And I entered their DM because those people are important to me. And I know that if this person gets it right, irrespective of their background, irrespective of how much tech they had done before, if they just get this simple problem solving right, being able to go find problems, then build a solution out of it, because creating the solution is not the problem. It's writing out what the solution should be that is the problem. If, for instance, I write out all the prompts for somebody, of course, if you just go and prompting them one after the other. But do you know that writing out those prompts in a way that AI will be able to pick them sequentially and solve the problem is the main issue here. Somebody built something for me with AI, and I was wondering, what is this feature looking for here? Why is this feature even in this place? Something that is supposed to be on the user side, we are finding it on the admin side. And I was now wondering, is it that this person was just prompting and was cooking food or something? But it just tells you that right now, if there is something you want to develop strongly in your life, is your problem-solving skills. And I will tell you how this can translate into a lot financially for you. The fact that you already have some technical skills as a developer gives you a very huge advantage. It's a very big advantage, and I really, really mean it. Because you already know how software works. You already know how front end works. You know how back end works. So you have a fair idea of what a good software is. You know what security features to look out for. You already understand how authentication works. So when it's not working right, that already gives you an advantage. You are in a good place already. But there is more. That part that you need to scale and become the next big thing, to get you to the next version of yourself, is the problem-solving part. Okay. Now, I'm going to be running through a few things that you need to start doing if you want to fix this problem-solving part. And you know the way developers used to be on their own. If you're a software engineer, software developer, you can be on your own. You don't necessarily need someone to employ you. People will be calling you. reaching out to you, hey, get this thing, we're having this project, do this thing. Right now, most of those people are with good problems of those guys. But mind you, people who run businesses, they know how to solve problems. Anybody that you see running a successful business is a problem solver. So if they handle an AI tool, they will build. They will build. Trust me, they will build. But most of them don't have the time to sit down with any AI tool, Cursor, Replete, Lovable. They don't have that time. That is why they will still want to have somebody by their side who is doing the building, which that person by their side is now the person who's going to be in the middle class. Why they, who are the problem owners, are going to be in the upper class. But do you know that as a developer, you can work your way into the upper class? And here's how you do it. Start looking for problems. Start looking for problems. Literally, start looking for problems. And don't just look for problems. Document the problem. You see, there's problem everywhere. But you have to enter the place to see the problem. You have to put yourself there to see the problem. Do you know that for the past, I would say 1 month, let me just say 1 to 2 months, all I have been doing is looking for problems in all kinds of industries. Problems for doctors, problems for lawyers, problems for traders, problems for farmers. I have currently solved a problem for miners. People who are into mining, I solved the problem for them. Right now, I have an appointment with somebody who is into recycling. I want to take him out for lunch because I want to ask him questions. How is this done? How do you guys do this? Even if it is plastic, how is it done? Where does the whole value chain start? Who hands it over to this? Who hands it over to that? How does it become pelletized? Who is it now that now buys it eventually? I want to know the whole value chain and find a problem. That is what I am doing right now. Because building the solution is the easy part. Crafting the solution is the hard part. Being able to say, this is the problem, this is what the solution should be. That is the hard part. Once you have been able to say, this is what the solution should be, anybody pretty much should be able to build it. And if you happen to be someone who really knows AI, seriously, 3 prompts is all you need. Except you don't know the right tools. 3 prompts with the right amount of fund in your wallet for that AI tool. It will build it. You wake up in the morning and find it. Complete solution. If any of you took my course, Idea to Market in 48 Hours, you will agree with me with what I'm saying. Some of these tools have a setting where you will give it your PRD. It will ask you all the questions, request for all the keys that you need. You and it will just be conversing first, sorting out everything. And once it starts, close your laptop and go and sleep. Come back in the morning. Your solution is ready. Of course, nicer than you would have built it, because it would have told you, okay, these are the colors I want to use for these reasons. It will give you everything you need. You will spend, yeah, but you had the solution when you needed it, the way you needed it, without anybody saying, there was no light, that's why I didn't do this. So, as a developer, start looking for problems. That is the only way you will remain a freelancer. You are a freelancer. You used to be a freelancer. I am sure that you guys have noticed that the way jobs are coming now is not the way it used to come before. It used to come way more. People needed developers much more before now. The watchword today is step up to be the person who is giving people the jobs. You be the one going around looking for problems. Now, set weekly goals to talk to people in different sectors. This thing is not that hard. You have friends. If you are a graduate, you had people who who were in medical school when you were studying computer science or whatever you studied, or people who were lawyers studying law. If you are in the same town, set up a meeting with them. You have small money, take them out for lunch. Once you have given somebody food, he will answer all your questions. That's the method I am using right now. I will take you out for lunch. In fact, one of them say, people know they pamper me like this. So to show you how much I followed him up, he was telling me that, so they pamper me like this. That was the exact words he used. Because this guy was a busy guy. I will call him in the morning. You say, he needs to quickly pick up one trash from somewhere, and that's the reason why he's not available. Okay, give me. I say, guy, I know you have not eaten. Let me take you out for lunch. So the guy was not thinking there was another thing. I said, no, I just want to talk to you. I just have some questions because I know this field, recycling, is your field. I just want to ask you a few questions. That is the method I am using now. And I am telling you, in case you are looking for a way to get people to answer all your questions, just take them out. They will answer your question. How can I be feeding you and you will not answer my question? Next thing you need to do, set goals. Set goals on how many solutions you want to create in the next 6 months. Creating solution no hard. We have established this. So it's not a problem. In short, I'm sure Victory and Obong, if you guys have been in the space, I'm sure you have already started thinking of what things can I create so that I can put into the market and start making money. I'm sure you guys are thinking about it. But what I am saying today is, don't look for problems that you have conceptualized by yourself. Because most times for developers, you are thinking of something within your own space. You are trying to solve problems of developers. Think about it. You realize that you are solving problems for people very close to around you. Go out, ask questions, and give yourself a limit. Within these next 6 months, at least I should have one product. And I'm having this product from figuring out what problem people have in their own industries. Once you have done that, the next thing you need to do is to look for a partner. Look for someone who is excellent at sales and marketing. Developers, don't deceive yourself. You don't know how to sell anything. We don't know how to sell anything. We don't know how to market anything. So don't deceive yourself. Decide that I know how to build. I know how to solve problems. But after I am done, what next? That question, most developers cannot answer it. Find somebody who knows how to sell. Partner with him. Tell him, okay, see this product. I have built it, or I will build it because I have figured out that these people need it and they are willing to pay for it. Now remember, that someone has a problem does not mean he will pay you to solve it. So you are looking for two things. One, you are looking for a problem. Two, you're looking for a problem that people are willing to pay for. So here is one way that you can know a problem that people are willing to pay for. Do as if you have solved the problem before you solve the problem and ask them to pay for it. You see this thing called wait list. And then they'll say, if you pay now, when it is ready, you pay. If you pay, for instance, the price of the thing is the price of the thing is 50,000 naira, for instance. And then they now say, okay, they are building this thing. They've listed out all the features, all the amazing things it's going to do. They now say, when it launches, it's going to be 50,000 naira, maybe for a year. Good. Now, but if you pay now, you pay only 5K, or you pay only 10K, or you pay only 15,000. Now, put that out even before you start building. Since you can actually build it in 1 week or 2 weeks, so there's no stress, no rush. Put that out and then start marketing and see the response you get. If you are able to get 2, 3, 4 people to pay, just know that you have a product. Because now the price you eventually sell it later it's something you will eventually adjust. You may not end up selling it for 50K. Maybe people are only comfortable paying 10K or 20K or 15K or 5K for that solution. But at least you know that this is a problem enough for somebody to pay something for it. So you are now, it's a whole flow of things you need to do. But I'm just trying to scramble everything together now. Once you're able to get somebody to pay for it, that they say they will pay for it, does not mean they will pay. Until somebody say, this thing, oh, I go need that. Oh yeah, if I pay now, I won't pay this big amount later. Oh yeah, let me pay now. In fact, let me pay for 3 years. When you see somebody doing that, it means that it's something you should go ahead and build. At that point, you and your sales and marketing partner, put on your shoes, start building, start marketing, start shouting about it, because you have found a problem that people are willing to pay for. Once you've done that, launch. See, solutions don't ever get finished until in fact, they don't, yeah, let's put it like, they don't ever get finished until you launch. You can never finish building it until you have launched. Start and fine-tune later. I was watching something. Somebody said that she is a soldier. She shoots and asks questions later. That's how you need to be. It's not ready. It's okay. Once you have the core in place, launch. Let them be telling you, this is not working. Fix it. 1, 2, 3 prompts and you are fixed. Tell them, check again. Because it's not hard to fix things. So why are you waiting? For what? Do you guys get me? Getting into the place where you are among the upper class, where you are among the 1%, controlling the funds of the world, is really not that hard anymore. Guys, I have made more money within January and March than I made in the whole of last year. I've said this now. I'm not supposed to say this on a live something, but this is just to show you how much this thing I am telling you has worked for me as a person. Throughout last year. And it is just because I have figured out that building is now easy. It wasn't always easy. It has now become easy. So let me not put my energy there. Let me shift my energy to the things that have not yet been fully automated by AI yet. Crafting the solution, looking for the problem. Those are not things AI can easily do for you. You need to go out. Okay, let me give you an example. I went into the mining industry. Let me see the people on this call. Okay. All right. I went into the mining industry and I realized that, hey, people are mining. People are making money from mining. So I said, okay, now let me choke leg inside. So I found a way to choke leg inside. I live in Jos. We mine columbite, we mine tin, and a few other things. So I put my leg inside. Guess what I realized? One of the biggest problems they have is excavator. Excavator no reach people where they mine. Which means that I can build a proper business out of renting excavator. How would I have known if I did not enter and start asking questions? As simple as that is, let me give you an idea of how much they pay for excavator per hour. 50,000 naira. If you want to rent an excavator, it's 50,000 naira per hour. So they do it that an excavator should work for 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day is 400. Let me do the maths. 50 multiplied by 8. That's 400,000 naira. Now, this is the cheapest you can get. Me, I was looking for excavator and they were telling me 600, 700. Of course, they will also fuel it and other. So this 400 is, you will fuel it, you will pay the operator. If they will fuel it and pay the operator for those 8 hours, we're talking 650, 700. Because they'll tell you to buy 150 liters of fuel that will run for a whole day, and it's diesel, it's not petrol. So that's already more than 150K, because a liter of diesel is more than 1,000 naira. So, do you realize that there is a serious excavator problem? Of course, first you have to first have the excavator. Second, you now have to know how you will apportion it such that efficiently this person is done. He has moved to that side. That person is done. It means I can build a solution that even before I have my own excavator, I can help people manage their excavators properly so that they already have the people who want to use the excavator lined up, so that there is no day the excavator is sitting down because they don't know that your excavator is free. The excavator can be free, but nobody knows it's free, available to use. That's what I mean by free. That is the solution I can build. How would I have known if I did not go and start asking questions? If I did not, that is what I am trying to say. Go around, go into areas, go into rooms you've never been before. Talk to people. Please, am I making sense at all? I need your feedback before I proceed. Am I seeing any emoji? Okay. All right. Now, after you and your person, your marketing, your sales guy, now, if you are good at sales, maybe you can handle it on your own. You could. This your salesperson should not be somebody who intends to be doing things the way it has always been done. It needs to be somebody who knows the AI tools that now work for sales and marketing. If they don't know, it means they're not ready for the kind of speed that you are ready to have. I intend to do a course later on how you can actually replace your sales and marketing team. Maybe people will start calling me bad belly. But businesses, founders, they are thanking me for showing them the way. Which is why I am now coming to show you that you see all these things businesses and founders are doing. There's nothing special there. You just need to put your head and tell yourself, me too, I can solve problems now. I am basically using this session to take you out of that developer mindset and put you into the businessman mindset, because developers are not special anymore. Do you guys get what I'm trying to say? Come out of being a developer, put your head into a businessman's head. That is where you need to be right now. Even if it is websites you build, WordPress. Yes, you're a tech person. Even WordPress now, Elementor, all those things have AI everywhere inside them. Come out of that place. I'm not saying you will stop building, but you should not be the one that they are bringing tasks to. You should be the one creating the tasks. You should be the one that has figured out the loophole in society that you want to fill. And because you are a developer, you don't have to take it to someone else. You build it yourself. All you need is, if you don't know sales so much, you get someone. And of course, you now start learning business gradually. Guys, if you don't become the businessman around your skill, you will not have market to sell anymore. Let me tell you what is going to happen. You will keep reducing your price gradually. So there was a time when you were doing maybe per month as a developer or website builder or whatever it is you do in tech. If somebody says do this thing for 50K, you say no, I can't do it for 50K, because you have passed that stage. You are now doing for 100 or for 200 or for 250. Now, because you are still waiting for them to bring those tasks to you and it's not coming, your price will start coming down again. You will realize that you will start giving discounts because sales is not coming in as it used to, because these people are already using the tools themselves. They are using Wix, they are using whatever to build those things, and they are not bringing it to you. And then you realize that you are not making less, even in the era of AI, because you have decided not to be the person creating the tasks. By creating the tasks, meaning you are the problem owner. You are the problem owner, not the person receiving or creating or building the solution. Okay, I think I've dwelled too much on that already. Now, I already said, start early. Here's another reason why you need to start on time. You won't get it right the first time. Nah, I can assure you of that. Number one, it's probably going to be the first business you are doing, first product you are building, or first thing that you're handling on your own. So there will be mistakes you make. Mistakes like you priced it wrongly, you overpriced or you underpriced, and then people thought it was not valuable, or just something you will misdo, right? So start early. While one is in progress, you're already looking for the next thing. There is no harm in having 15 means of income. Nobody said it's a bad thing, guys. You can have them coming. And for every business, for every product, it has a curve where you are building, then somebody starts buying, and then it starts going up, At a point, it starts declining. At that point, it is declining. There should have been something else, a new feature, a new dynamic, something that you have built into it that will now start selling and start making people to want to have that product again. So there has to be always something. So even as a person, when your first business has gone to the point of decline, there should be another business that is just picking up at that time. Meaning you are a lifelong problem solver. That is who you should be. But usually, once you start early, you start on time, you keep figuring this thing out, and you just realize that you're getting good at this thing. You now have 3 products in the market that look as if there is one very big development team behind it, or one very big company behind it. It will shock you that some of the products you use today, that you use and you think that, man, these guys are really, there must be so many people, marketing team, sales team, business development, is a lie. There's nothing like that. It's just 3 people who know how to do who know their onions very well. Just 3 people. But they won't come out and be shouting because first of all, they didn't need to go and be doing round A, round B of investment. You guys know now. Manus that Facebook bought recently for what, 2 billion? You know how many guys? In 8 months, they sold it for 2 billion. They launched, in 8 months, they sold it for 2 billion. How many guys? $2 billion, not naira, sorry. How many guys? In 8 months. Do you know how long Dangote needs to run his business, a new business, for it to get to 2 billion valuation? Well, maybe now it might be faster. But before now, do you know how many years you have to be running it with a full-blown team going out, making sure? That is how things are now. So, interesting. Power holding company. So, guys, we need to become the people who start building and launch fast. Have a mindset that you are a global problem solver. The reason is because the power to do so is in your hand already. The power to build every solution you can think of is already in your hand. So shift your focus, shift your energy from how will I build this to what should I build? I don't know if maybe I should pause at this point. Okay, before I pause, let me tell you some of the decisions we took as a company, as an organization, to be able to fit into this new era. Maybe it will help you to start thinking of. Yeah, my slide hasn't changed, actually. It's true. I actually don't have any other slides, to be sincere. I just thought that developers are people who are dear to me. I need to come and tell you guys this thing. But I also didn't want to make it free because I felt this thing I know. It took me a while to learn it. I think that anybody who does not value the fact that there is something I can tell them that can change their life, if they can't pay 5K, 5K is chicken change. Even when it became 10K, I still left it at 5K. I didn't say it was now 10K. Like by Tuesday, this event was supposed to have become 10K. But if you had gone even a few minutes ago, you still have paid 5K. All the idea was, I don't want crowd really. I want people who know that there's something I've not gotten yet. And I think that what this man wants to see is where I'll get it. That was the reason why I put a price to this. In fact, when I put it on the community, somebody now replied that I could do better. Why am I charging developers for this? I didn't even care, really, because you're not the person I'm looking for. So, first of all, you guys who are in this session, it already confirms that you already are dissatisfied with where you are, which is a really good place to be, because growth does not come until there's a level of dissatisfaction. Back to what I was saying. Here are some of the things that we did, maybe to help you to start conceptualizing. If you already run a company, a software company where you do things for people, or as a freelancer, you have been just doing things on your own, trying to build your own customer base. Here are some of the things we did. Right now, we are looking for special talent. And this special talent must be non-tech related. In other words, we want to pick people who have special skills, who know how to play the guitar, play the piano, or know how to teach people how to play, or know how to make something, know how to draw, anything that is not tech. We are looking for those kinds of people who are willing to grow. We'll take them, build a business out of that their skill. Because tech, eventually, everybody will be able to do their tech themselves. But building a business, which is, I have this skill. How do I turn it into a business? Not many people know how to do it. That is a problem we discovered because we went out to look for problems. Now, we have decided that this is what we're going to do. And very soon, you'll be seeing apps rolling out that are centered around people who have special skills, and we are shouting about it. Some of them will never say that it is built in the Nebula or by the Nebula, because we are not concerned. As long as people are paying for it, we are fine. Let the person's face be the one in front. Of course, all the legal things would have been put in place. But this is just to give you an idea of how to look for problems. Think out of the box. We also are now looking for industries with major operations gaps that technology can solve, that AI can solve, that just normal tech can solve, or as long as it is an issue for you, we are looking for it and we want to solve it. So right now, if somebody sends me a message on LinkedIn, he wants to do something for me, Kinika, I will say, I want to meet with you. Particularly if you're in an industry that I don't fully understand how you operate. I will say, you want to do something for me, right? Because he's marketing himself. I'll say, yes, I want to meet. Do you know my real goal is to understand his industry? That's free meeting. He wants me to patronize him. So if I ask any question about his industry, he will answer. That is me looking for problem. And if you have been on LinkedIn for a while, and if people know you small, you know that people are entering your DM, telling you, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. In fact, we are very, very cheap. They will just be marketing themselves. If you don't mind, let's have a 15-minute session where I will give you further details. 15 minutes, perfect. We will end up spending 45 minutes, but it's me that's asking you all the questions. And I'm asking you strategic questions that help me understand your business. Not because I necessarily want to do your business, but I want to understand what are the problems you have. You are in an industry I don't quite get exactly everything you do, but I want to be able to enter. I am in the problem-solving business. People are looking for people to solve their problem. For people who are mining. From the point of getting the sand, breaking the soil, getting excavators, getting the people who will do the washing, to the everything. We have something that runs that operations for them. If you know how long it took us to build that, it will shock you. And by long, I mean it didn't take us long at all, because we simply understood what the problem was. And we could use the shortest possible time to build what they needed. It may not be perfect, but it's launched. It's in the market. We will say, oh, guys, in fact, use for free first, while we are fine-tuning it, ensuring that it works perfectly, before we now say, yeah, all the rest of you people, see how much this guy has made since started using this platform. See how much you are making because you're not using this platform to manage your operations. We are in the problem-solving business, guys. I think I can pull down my screen now. We are in the problem-solving business. Get your act together. Tell yourself, this whole wave will not leave me behind. I am not among the people that will get stuck on waiting for somebody to contract me to build something. You can't stay at that level. You can't stay at that level. That is all I came to tell you guys. I used to be there. You guys know now, I started out as a developer. Right now, I don't even like calling myself a software developer anymore. And it's not because of pride. It is simply because as a software developer, the scope of my influence is limited, because there are problems out there that is not the developer that should solve, but I can actually solve it, because there is one AI tool somewhere that I can use to fix it. This is 807, and you guys have seen how passionately I'm talking. I tried to create slides for this event, but I just thought that talking from my heart will do just more justice to this whole thing. So if you didn't join us from the beginning, after this session, the recording will be sent to you, and you can watch it over up until the point where you joined us. But if there's anything you didn't get, if there's anything you got from this, your take home, in case you have not gotten any take home yet, is put on your problem solving hat on your head. Let people know you to be someone who fixes their problems. Go out, find problems, confirm that it is something they are willing to pay for. Find someone around you who can help you push it into the market. I am adding this part because I know developers don't know how to market products. So if you already know how to market products, then you are even better off. You can build, you can market, you are on your own. Many of the guys making money outside Nigeria, they are a one-man team. I have seen this over and over. I have confirmed it. Many of the big products you hear about, it's one man that is behind it. One person. He's the person running all the ads. He's the person building. He's the person meeting. He's the person doing everything. He has OpenClaw running around the clock for him. You guys know OpenClaw? Who knows OpenClaw here? Seriously, I want to see your hand if you know what OpenClaw is. Okay, Caleb knows what OpenClaw is. Jill Caleb knows what OpenClaw is. Okay, great. Okay, so OpenClaw is an AI assistant that you install on, you could put it on your laptop, but it's not advised. Don't use your laptop. The reason is because it is a full autonomous AI agent that can pretty much do everything that you can do on a laptop. Meaning, you can tell OpenClaw to, what is a complex thing that you can do on a computer? OpenClaw would open a browser, just like you would open the browser, do whatever you want to do. You will see it moving the mouse. It's a human being inside the computer, pretty much. And it's advised, set up his own computer for it, so that as you are interfacing with it, it's not interfering with your own things you have logged into on your device, sending messages as you. Create his own Gmail account for it. Create his own, everything that you want it to use. Create it for it on his own device. Let it log in and get his thing done. to show you how much AI has grown. And you can interface with it through Messenger, through WhatsApp, through Telegram. It has, so like you will chat with your assistant on WhatsApp. You can integrate OpenClaw with WhatsApp so that you are chatting with it and it's getting things done on its own, inside its own device. So it's a device, all you need to do is keep that device on. You don't even need a screen. It doesn't need screen. Just put CPU down, install OpenClaw, connect it to WhatsApp so you know its own WhatsApp number. You're always chatting with it and it's getting things done for you. It can build for you. It recommends things for you. It reminds you to post. It generates image for you. It integrates with virtually everything that you want it to integrate with, because it's pretty much a human being using a computer. Few weeks ago, I told someone, that was before OpenClaw came out, that the person was asking me that, do you really think that AI will replace developers? I did not want to answer yes or no. So I told him, AI will do every single thing that you can do on a computer. A few weeks later, OpenClaw came out. You guys should check out OpenClaw. OpenClaw. That's OpenClaw. Of course, it still works. It still works with either Claude or OpenAI or any other AI tool. It has to still interface with that. But guess what? OpenClaw is open source. If you know, Caleb, you know, OpenClaw, you don't pay for OpenClaw. What you pay for is the model that it is working with. If it's working with a model on OpenAI or on Claude or wherever, Gemini, whichever one you choose to work with it. But OpenClaw itself is open source. You don't pay for it. So guys, solve problems. That is all I came to tell you. Look for problems. Look for problems. It's not something out like that you can't do. The fact that you were able to develop your development skills. Coding is hard, guys. Coding is hard. The fact that you could learn to code already shows that your brain can solve problems. So take out that thing that makes you think that it's only coding problems you can solve, and go out and solve problems for human beings. And guys, you will make a lot of money and you will feel fulfilled doing this. Do you have any questions for me? I am open to questions. I'm open to questions. If you have any questions for me, this is a very good time to ask it. Even though I know I may have said everything much more than once. Okay. Nobody has any question for me. Great. So it means I have been able to communicate everything that I wanted to communicate this evening. Do you think that your 5K was well used? Please let me know. If yes, give me a thumbs up. If your 5K was, if this session was worth the 5K you paid for it. Okay. All right. Awesome. So, as I am also looking for problems, which is my job description right now, full time, I am looking for problems. I look forward to meeting you guys in, I don't know, events. I don't know. I look forward to meeting you guys somewhere where we jam, and both of us, it's problem we're looking for. I was in Lagos 2 weeks ago. I'm going back to Lagos tomorrow. My flight is in the afternoon tomorrow. Guess what I'm looking for? Problem. I may not go out as per looking for problem, but I'm putting myself in places where I will hear somebody use mistake and say a problem that he has. Since I know that I can easily make the solution, especially if it's a tech thing. It's so easy right now. So guys, if you are still finding it hard using AI to build, take my course, Idea to Market in 48 Hours. It will demystify the whole thing. It's very easy. In transit, I finished building applications now. While I'm in transit, people bugs. This thing should have been like this, I don't be like this. It's a prompt. Fortunately or unfortunately, one of my clients is also here who raised a bug yesterday or 2 days ago, Mr. Benjamin, and I billed him for it. Yes. And he's probably now wondering, so this thing, fixing this thing is not even that hard. Though. That's the problem solving thing we're talking about. I can take that same issue that you raised and give it to someone else, and he will not know what to do, even though it is AI that will do it, but he will not know how to address the prompt. So put yourself in that place. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And the sky will be the limit. So thank you guys. It's 8:16. God bless you. There's no question for me.
Hello.
I will end it here. Yes, Benjamin, you want to say something?
No, yes, it's a pleasant evening to you, brother. I just feel that having this wonderful presentation, it won't be good for us to just end without the people saying something. Even if you don't have a question, at least you should be able to say something. So let me just just use this opportunity to thank you for putting up this meeting. And
Yeah.
in fact, all the things that you're saying is on point. And like you rightly said, yes, this meeting was worth it. Really gained a lot of value from it. And from the last point you made, I've never for once, felt that it was easy. Yes, you spoke about AI. Of course, I know. I just know that what the difference is in knowledge. There's something that sets you apart, right? So, and if I don't know what you know, then there's no way I'm going to solve that problem. So definitely, paying for that knowledge is as important as paying for solving a particular whatever problem it is you are trying to solve. So yeah, so I sincerely, it's a wake up call, and for me, it's a burden. Like you rightly said, because in the Western society, most of the things that we are getting now, they are way ahead, right? So we are like waking up when they are like 3 times ahead. Some of these apps they were playing with it before they even started sending it down. Okay, so and like you rightly said, so the onus is now on us because all the tools are available now. So it's now what you can do with it, and it helps us to focus on problem solving, like you said, focus on looking out for problems, like you said, and then we now have time to focus on our passion and the things that really interest us. So yes, I thank God that um I'm able to see this day, become a reality, and definitely will take your advice. We'll jump into it and see how we can at least make our own impact. Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin. Mr. Benjamin, thank you. Thank you for saying those words. And hey, I know that you know that I know. So yeah, it's thank you for letting me know that. Yeah. Um of course, I think you were in the last session we had. So and your product was one of the ones I showcased, I think. If I
Yes,
recall. And I
absolutely.
knew you watched I know you watched the session, even though you may not have been
Yes,
in it, but you watched the
yes, I
replay.
watched.
So
Yes,
I'm sure you saw it.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So I
yes.
am really looking for,
Mhm.
me and you, we come way back. We come from
Yes,
long ago.
yes,
So
yes.
I look forward to seeing you solve problems, frankly speaking. I look forward to see you. Um, so as it is right now, you are in a very good place because as a matter of fact, if it is by everything I have said, you are in the upper class because it's you that is still giving me work. Yeah. So I look forward to you finding more problems, bigger problems, problems that people are willing to pay you weekly, monthly, yearly for. Those are the kinds of things I'm looking forward to seeing the guys who are in the session create. Because my own are already on the way. Frankly, like I have about 2 or 3 things that are already about to get launched. And you may not see my name behind it because of personal reasons. But that's where I am right now. So guys, let's keep moving, let's keep pushing, let's find ourselves in events, let's find ourselves in places where we are reminding ourselves that, hey, you came here to look for a problem, Abi. Yes, that's what I look forward to seeing. Thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin, for all those words. Thank you. Mr. Caleb and Obong Victory, thank you also for joining this session. If there is nothing else, I think this is the point where we say good night. And you can always come into my DM if you need